as dancers, we don't ever hear that stuff. We're always like, oh, I'm just a creative, I don't take care of that.
Yeah,
And
no, it's actually true.
yeah. So all of a sudden I had to take care of that.
As you started to do like transitioning from Bustagroove, then you went into Body Rock, which became an actual company. How did that transition kind of go from?
Yeah, that was crazy because, I didn't have an education in business. Nobody taught me like how to incorporate or how to have branding, like those were all things that I had to learn on my own. And the people that were my partners, like we definitely like had a misunderstanding. And yeah, I basically found out that one of my friends was taking like basically all the profit every year. So when we decided that, hey, we're not cool with that, like we ended up breaking up the partnership, and we started over. And we realized that if we're going to rebrand, well, we better change the name, And plus I had left Culture Shock, so it just made sense to change it. And so we thought of a new name, which was Body Rock, which is kind of like, it's that song by, I think it's Mos Def and Talib Kweli. Don't Stop, the Body Rock. Yeah. And just to kind of continue that it was a spirit of dancing and sharing. And the people that stayed, like we just had to learn everything. Like when I went to the Bay, one of the things that I started hitting up was the Small Business Administration, basically a bunch of rich white guys that you can go and ask advice for free.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, so they started really teaching me like, hey, if you want to do this, and here are your bills, and here is your profit, and here's what you need to do to make this match so that you can make this something, right? And I, as dancers, we don't ever hear that stuff. We're always like, oh, I'm just a creative, I don't take care of that.
Yeah,
and
no, it's actually true.
Yeah. So all of a sudden I had to take care of that. Like I had to really, because I had to learn, that was one of the things that I was committed to, was learning from my mistake from before, where we had said to our partner, oh, you take care of the money. We don't need to know. And now it was like, no, fuck that. I need to learn that. Yeah. And that's my responsibility too. So helping me was, definitely the advice from this place, and then still trial and error, kind of incorporating what I was learning from other people, and incorporating contracts, just as you go, you learn from your mistakes and you try to like make changes based on what you learn.
Yeah.
So yeah. And Body Rock, a huge thing that really blew us up was in the 2000s, YouTube became invented.
Yeah.
So international people really out of nowhere just started emailing and saying, hey, can we apply? And I would be like, oh, I don't have any money to fly you out. I'm sorry. I don't even have a budget. And they'll be like, no, we'll pay for everything. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, holy shit. Okay, Japan, come through.